little drama story time for y'all. I just thought I'd do a voiceover of the video more interesting while you watch me tween or animate this scene for an upcoming meme. The link will be in the description when it's out. Backstory. Basically, my mom yells at me and my sister all the time whether it's our fault or not, which makes us not want to listen to her and we get rebellious over time. I complained to my father about it and he just told me to listen to everything she says because then she won't have any to complain or yell about, right? Alright, so one day I decided to drop everything and listen to every single thing she told me to do. And on that fateful day, my mom accidentally spilled my sister's milk. The cup was on the floor, but my mom was the one who spilled it, not my sister. But then she decides to yell at my sister for something she didn't do anyways. She was like, "Why didn't you finish your milk fast enough? If you finished it, it would not have spilled. Also, why did you put it on the floor like that? It could have spilled," and it did. Thankfully, I was in the other room when it happened. If I was in the same room as my sister, my mom would have probably found a way to yell at me or blame me for something I didn't do. It has happened before, and I'm just gonna predict that if I was there at the crime scene, she would go like, "Why didn't you warn your sister about putting the glass of milk on the floor? Clearly see it's there, and you know it has a higher chance of spilling. You're her big sister, you have to set a good example for her," or something like that. And so keep in mind my mom spilled the milk, right? Because my sister put the cup on the floor and my mom just knocked it over. And so my sister, being way more stubborn and rebellious than I as younger, had the audacity to talk back at my mom instead of just cleaning up the milk that my mom spilled. Like, can we just have some peace in this household for once? See why my sister was being pretty rebellious. She was being blamed for something she didn't do, and she probably just thought that she doesn't have to clean it because she didn't make the mess, alright? And even though I was in the other room, I could still hear them arguing, and it was slowly driving me insane. So I got out of my peaceful YouTube watching session to see what happened. Me and my sister have a very good relationship, and she wasn't in the wrong, so I defended her. I was respectfully trying to tell my mom my sister didn't do anything wrong and there's no need to yell at her for it. She should just calmly apologize and tell my sister to clean it if she wanted to. But you know what my mom does? She yells at me too. I did nothing wrong and was talking in a calm, respectful manner to her. But as I predicted, she puts all her anger out on me, just like she always does. But like, she was also already flamed up from arguing with my sister, so I can't really blame her for exploding on me. But she could have at least tried to not yell at me, because I seriously still didn't do anything wrong. But me being me, instead of talking back at her just like my sister did, I kept quiet and held myself from exploding because this was seriously unfair of her. So while my sister and mother continued arguing, I went ahead and got some tissue and cleaned the milk off the floor. When I was finished, they were still arguing, so I confronted them. So I was like, "Clean the milk for you, alright? There's nothing to yell or argue about because the problem is gone already. I cleaned it off. So please stop yelling." And then they actually stopped. Only for that moment. The rest of the day, my mom and sister had fights and I had to either diffuse or ignore them. I hope you all enjoyed this random story time. It's my first time recording one and I have so many other story times I could tell you all. So please let me know if you would want some more story times. Bye!